Have you ever wondered why the conflict between Israelis and Palestinians seems so complex and unending? It's a story that stretches back over a century, filled with deep-seated historical, religious, and political claims. Let's try to understand the key moments that have shaped this situation, not to take sides, but to gain clarity on one of the world's most enduring conflicts. Our story begins in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The region, then known as Palestine, was part of the Ottoman Empire, home to a diverse population of Arabs, Muslims, and Christians, and a small Jewish community. Around this time, a movement called Zionism gained momentum in Europe. It advocated for the establishment of a Jewish national home in their ancestral land, driven by centuries of persecution and a desire for self-determination. This led to waves of Jewish immigration to Palestine. The end of World War I was a major turning point. The Ottoman Empire collapsed and Britain was given a mandate to govern Palestine. Tensions between the growing Jewish immigrant population and the resident Arab community began to rise, as both groups had national aspirations for the same land. Britain struggled to manage these competing claims. After World War II and the horrors of the Holocaust, international support for a Jewish state grew significantly. In 1947, the newly formed United Nations proposed a plan to partition Palestine into two states, one Arab and one Jewish, with Jerusalem to be administered internationally. The Jewish leadership accepted the plan, but it was rejected by Arab leaders and neighboring Arab states who saw it as an unfair division of their land. In May 1948, as the British mandate ended, Israel declared its independence. This declaration was immediately followed by a war as neighboring Arab countries invaded. This is known as the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, or to Palestinians, the Nakba, which means catastrophe. By the end of the war, Israel controlled more territory than the UN plan had allotted. Over 700,000 Palestinians were displaced or fled, becoming refugees in neighboring countries and within the remaining territories of the West Bank and Gaza Strip. The decades that followed were marked by more conflict. The 1967 Six-Day War was another pivotal moment. In a swift military victory, Israel captured the West Bank and East Jerusalem from Jordan, the Gaza Strip from Egypt, and the Golan Heights from Syria. This brought over 1 million Palestinians under Israeli military occupation and led to the construction of Israeli settlements in these territories, which are considered illegal under international law, though Israel disputes this. Numerous peace efforts have been made over the years, from the Camp David Accords in the late 70s to the Oslo Accords in the 1990s. The Oslo Accords, in particular, created the Palestinian Authority and were meant to be a step towards a two-state solution, an independent Palestinian state alongside Israel. However, progress repeatedly stalled due to unresolved issues like the status of Jerusalem, the final borders, Israeli settlements, and the right of return for Palestinian refugees. The situation remains incredibly complex, with a history that is deeply felt by both peoples. Understanding these key events doesn't provide easy answers, but it helps us grasp the origins of the competing narratives and the profound sense of loss and identity tied to this land. It's a reminder that this is a human story, affecting millions of lives every single day. Thank you for taking the time to explore this difficult topic with us. If you found this explanation helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into complex world issues. Stay curious and see you next time.